right, if you started from the bottom and now you're here, let's do it here on Savage Mondays.
Saturday though.
Greatness in a sea of the dying and shameless, a sea of the aimless. I don't wanna be one of the nameless. I'ma wake up with the mindset that one day I'm gonna make.
All right, I got my man Dale, Roger, whatever the hell you want to call him, next Mr. President,
Yeah,
here with us.
underground to the top.
Underground to the top.
Started in the mud.
So Dale, we will put a little bit of, if you want to introduce yourself, you can put a little bit about yourself out there. Let us know what you do, like, whatever, what you into, whatever.
Yeah. So my name's Roger Dale, Master Interweaver. All right. And honestly, I'm just a small dude trying to run for president because I'm tired of the corruption.
Small dude trying to run for president. All right, so we gonna talk about that.
Yeah.
So you trying to run for president? What you say you tired of corrupt stuff?
Both sides are
Like,
corrupt.
both-
So like, you see it all over everywhere. Social media. You got people. Oh, the Democrats are the problem. The Republicans are the problem. It's both though. They both think they're better than the other, and the only people that are losing are us.
You ain't lying.
So I mean, it's time for a change, and not like that. Make America great and shit. Like, I've never voted because I've never liked any candidate.
So you
So-
never voted. Let's talk about that.
Nope.
Why didn't you never vote?
Be honest, I think it's rigged, and one vote ain't gonna change it.
I kind of agree with you. I kind of agree with you on that. I believe that they already know who's going to win. Like right now, I think they already know. Like they want to make it look like there's an actual competition. I don't know who's going to win, but I think the people that actually control things, the people with a lot of money, already know who's going to win.
Yeah.
And is that what you're saying? Like the corrupt and stuff like that? Like
Part
like,
of,
there's a reason why
think,
they say you're more crooked than a politician.
I think somewhere along the line, a long time ago, they figured out they stopped working for us, and now we work for them. And I do think there's a lot of people that get into politics with a good heart and want to do change, but then they get in there and they're like, oh, yo, I slide this check, I'll get you to vote, you get in office.
So, yeah.
Even low level, mayor, governor, all that, and then it's a never ending cycle.
So I agree with you. But before we get into it, let me let the viewers know this one's going to be kind of more political. So if you're not into politics, you might want to stand clear of this one. But Dale here, like we gonna let people know what needs to be heard, and how we kind of feel about things. Because on this channel we don't really talk about politics and things like that. But
Vote for me though.
it's a big thing. Hey, vote for Dale. He
I mean-
might let you know what he's running for, what he represents in this one. He might not.
We're going to go over some topics. I'll
Yeah.
let you know where I stand.
And if y'all in the future, if y'all ever want to hear about topics that he has to pursue, let us know and we'll figure it out.
We're going to touch some
But
hot topics and go
but-
from there.
Let y'all know that. But going back on, okay, so talk about corrupt and things like that. And we all know it takes money to make money, right?
Yeah.
It takes money to pursue different things, like even to run for president. And I know people in the past have seen the goofy people. I don't want to call them out of name, but goofy people that run for presidency, right? And we know it's a joke. But it takes money to do that, and that's
It
what I
does.
think. I didn't know that, and I think people need to understand. Like you had to put money into the pot just to be able to run, right?
Yes, you have to either raise 5,000 or spend 5,000 to even be considered.
See, that's what's crazy to me, is I don't think that should be a thing.
No.
If you want to run, you should just be able to run. It doesn't matter how much money you have or how much money you put into it.
I get it. Money.
Money makes the world go
You
round.
need money. I get that, but to where money can change and people's minds and all that. No, man.
Money does make people's minds change, though.
Exactly. But what I'm saying, but you feel some way about a topic, whatever, one topic, and you're out here making campaign videos, and then some check, whatever it may be, and then you're like, well, after some research, I've changed my mind. It was a check.
Yeah, so that's the thing I think too is like I think a lot of I don't want to say politicians, but a lot of things that be said, like right, like oh I'll do this for you, right, or I'll do that, and then you have the people that are actually running the show say, nah, we ain't for that.
And I think that's another thing. I don't I don't believe the press.
Oh, the news doesn't play the news anymore.
It's
What do they say? What do they say? What's that phrase going? I can't remember what it is, but it's like it's not misery, but bad stuff sells. I can't think of the word, but anytime it's bad things going on, that's what sells. People want to see what's going on that's bad in the world.
so I was
The
talking
news
to a
doesn't
friend.
report good shit. No.
I was talking to a friend and they're like, you can go to this channel. I can tell you exactly what they're going to be saying. Then I'll switch over to this channel. I can tell you exactly what they're going to say. So it's so much hate and negative towards the other party. It's just, I mean, it's all a joke. I honestly think behind the scenes, they're like, hey, good job, good job. Both parties. Like,
Yeah.
it's so corrupt. And the only ones that are losing are the regular people. They're trying to get rid of the middle class. You either got to have money or you're going to be poor.
So what are you gonna run on? So say like you say you want to run Dale for president. You want to run on that. What's a I don't want to say a slogan, but what's something that you would do? And I'm not saying because we all know people get in presidency, and there's things you have
And that's
to
another
do
thing,
to pass things.
I always believed the president was a puppet, and I want to change that a little bit. Like, obviously, you can't have one person should not have 100% say.
Right, and that's how it is.
you know,
Like you got to pass it through a board of
Right, right. Like,
trustees
just
and
because
things.
you're president, you can't, rule the world. So, um, I don't know. I want to change a lot of stuff. Term limits for everybody in office.
Okay, what do you think a term? So a term limit for everybody now,
Everybody from
not just presidency.
the lowest local office in your town all the way up. Like, somebody shouldn't be in the same seat for 20 years.
I agree. I agree. But a lot of people don't. I think that's where it comes into voting, right? But money sells.
I mean, you can stay in politics, you can stay, but like I think that seat, it should change because it feels like it's the same over and over and over and over
It
again.
doesn't matter who's in office.
Right.
It's the same thing, and they just keep pointing the finger.
And I don't know. And one thing, if this really gains traction, I'm not going to negatively bash any individual because I think it's more so the party that they run for. And some people are so red, so blue. It doesn't matter who is
So that's the
running.
thing, right? You hear a lot of left wing, right wing, right? And if you really look at it, like really think about it, left wing, the left wing of the eagle, right? The American eagle.
Right.
You got the left wing and the right wing. Well, what brain controls that wing? Because you got two wings but one brain.
I don't know. I guess I'm more of, and maybe it's never going to happen, but both sides really. Why don't they want every American to be thriving? Like, wouldn't that be better for the country, better for
You would
everybody?
think.
You
You
know.
would think. I mean, you would think that's American dream, right? You come here, you make a life for yourself, and I'm not saying you come here, just American as a whole. Being American, you want to be able to thrive, be free, do what you want, right? And pursue your dreams. But a lot of times, like if you really think about it, a lot of times, a lot of the dreams that you try to pursue, you hit roadblocks, brick
Yeah.
walls.
Oh yeah,
You
always.
can't do it.
But I
right?
mean,
They want to keep
even
the classes separate.
even if you weren't going there, you said come here. It's just one of the topics, border. I think everybody should be welcome, but I think there should be a right way. But then there's the gray areas that people don't ever bring up because there's a lot of jobs.
So
There's a
talk
lot
about-
of jobs where illegal immigrants are out there working that regular people like us won't do.
You ain't lying.
And so it's almost like, and if they came over the right way, they probably wouldn't go do those jobs either. but yet those jobs put food on our table.
So I'm not saying.
And
Come over here, like,
I'm not saying, hey, let's have a bunch of legal immigrants, but at the same time, it's like we're
I
not going to
think,
go out there and do that work they're doing.
yeah, but I think I see where you're coming from. I think I understand what you're saying.
I mean, I would love if everybody
No, no,
came
no,
over the right
no.
way.
I know. I think there needs to be rules and regulations to. We need because our country was founded on. Really think about it. Country founded on immigrants, right?
I mean, yeah, we would
Like,
all
let's really
technically. I
put it
mean,
that way.
technically, we were all
But
immigrants, and we
I
stole
do
land.
believe there needs to be things in place for people to come into our country and abide by our rules and laws. Do I agree with all of our laws? No. But that process needs to be fixed. We can all say that. The process needs to be fixed. Yes, is there jobs and different things that you and I might not want to do that somebody else does that puts food on our table? Yes. And that's why I think I push so much towards people that learn trades and different things like mechanics, agriculture, like farmers and stuff, or you know, plumbers and things like that. We need those things to live the lives that we live, right? Nobody wants to go digging somebody else's shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But
But
there's
we
people
need
that will
people,
do that.
and they need to be paid more money. We don't need to pay people millions of dollars to work in the trade market.
So
And
I
I'm
don't-
not saying the trade market isn't something that we need, but people that are a trade worker, construction, laborers, need to make more money. We don't need to pay these professional athletes millions of dollars.
So I won't say the name of the podcast because I don't know how all this works. But I was listening to a podcast, and there's people out in California who are getting paid $250,000 a year to fix the homeless situation, and they're not fixing it. But why
But-
would they?
But I mean,
If
I
they
don't
fix
know
it-
the numbers, but we're
If
gonna
they
look it
fix
up.
it,
But
would
I,
they still have a job getting paid $250 a year?
no, but I think I don't know, but I put some money on. Cali probably got the worst homelessness around.
Maybe, but I'm just saying they're getting paid that much money to fix the homeless situation, and they ain't doing nothing. I'm not 100% sure that's what I heard on the podcast.
Yeah, no.
But just the fact that they're getting paid that much and they don't want to fix it so they can keep that money coming in, like, damn.
But that's what I'm saying is like you got people that actually want to do things. Now you do have people that don't want to do shit.
Right.
They want to live off of a dollar. Just give it to them. And that's not right.
Well, if I become president,
But-
that'd be one thing where I try to change the welfare career people will be mad at me, but they don't
The
usually vote.
welfare career people.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. The welfare is there to help people that
That's
need it,
what it. Yes.
and if they need it, they need it. No matter, you know, most people I know on welfare that I've met were usually working. And don't get me wrong, I've been on food stamps. I wish I could have food stamps now. I miss them now. Before I was
ain't mad at
embarrassed.
people.
Before
and
I was
I ain't
embarrassed.
gonna lie to you. Yeah.
Now I'm like,
I ain't gonna lie to you. When I was
get
growing
some
up as a
food
kid,
stamps,
you know,
man.
you have food stamps. Like it was kind of embarrassing. Like let's be real. But now you an adult and you
You're
think
like,
about
"Let
it.
me get some
You're
food
like, you know what?
stamps."
My parents was doing what they could. Shit wasn't easy, and it ain't easy now.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't know the numbers or the percentages, but if you're playing the system, if you ain't working, no, we ain't gonna.
We gonna come up with a slogan before we done.
Hey, we'll find one. We'll find one. Just talk about topics like there's so much that needs to be changed in this world.
So you say you wouldn't shut down the border, but you would change how the process is. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I mean,
Like,
I would want to dig deep into it. Like, why do, so, I'm getting,
no,
So many ideas
because
running-
there's so many different conspiracies and
but
different
so-
things that go on with
but
that.
it's proven that they will pay thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars to get over here.
Mhm.
So, why couldn't
So-
why can't they pay us, you know, to come in the right way?
So no, I'm not saying that's wrong, and I'm not.
And I don't have a complete
I
answer
agree.
right now.
I
you
ain't
know,
gonna
I'm-
say I disagree, and I understand what you're saying. Like it's a difficult subject, because I'm not saying. So
And most of the problems
So
can't be
many
fixed in a
people.
day or a week or.
That's
You
what's
know.
crazy, right? As you and I, as us, as American citizens, we look at America and we're like, damn, we're fucked up right now. We need to fix some shit, right?
Yeah,
But you have these people from other countries
that are
that
risking
come
their
here,
lives.
risking their lives, their children's lives, their parents' lives, all this crazy stuff, to come here, because it's so much better here, right?
Right. I mean, don't get me wrong. You could.
How much worse do you think it could be somewhere else? Because
So-
it ain't easy being cheesy right
So-
now in America. It ain't easy.
I got to visit Dominican Republic
Mhm.
on a missions trip when I was younger, and there was people sweeping their dirt floors to invite us in. So like, don't get me wrong. It's bad other places, but like,
What was? Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. What was their mindset like? So I get like they kind of live poorly, right? They didn't have the nice things like we have. But what was their mindset like? Were they happy people?
they seem very happy.
Were they like?
Like,
kinda,
don't get me wrong.
They
there
kind of
was-
seemed a little less stress free.
yeah.
Like they
but-
didn't have as many problems as us.
Yeah.
Think
mean,
about that.
Everywhere is, nowhere's gonna be perfect, but
No, you're
even
not
in
gonna
their
please
even in their
everybody.
situation, yeah, you saw some people that seemed disgruntled, but for the most part, they seem happy as hell to see
Think
us.
about that. Think about that, right? Think about that. You got somebody that has and it's bad to say, but lives in a
It was a shack. I mean, it was
crappy
like
home,
metal,
Yeah.
metal
Yeah.
walls and
Right.
no running
but
water.
they happy. But they happy. They might work. They might have a job. Might not bring as much home, but they have food on the table. They take care of their family. They're happy. Look at us, right?
Right.
We got homes, nice homes. Nothing crazy. We're not rich by any means,
No.
but we have decent homes.
Yeah.
We have decent cars. And we ain't happy. Think about it.
It's
People in other countries ain't got crap compared to what we got.
it's crazy because if
And we ain't and we over here like we ain't got shit.
people get upset if their phone's about to die and they ain't got a charger or something. It's
That's
like,
a whole nother conversation.
I'm just saying,
The
this little
phone
things.
thing.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the phone.
My
I'm just,
kids are
I
the
just,
same
I
way.
just mean,
They'll
oh,
start
my phone's
freaking
gonna,
out.
my phone's gonna die, or like, we had a storm a couple weeks ago. We lost power.
Mhm.
Me and the kids went out, played in the rain, mud puddles. It was so much fun.
Right. Just enjoying life.
And then as soon as the lights came back on, I said, "Well, I gotta go shower."
That's what I'm
but
saying.
like,
I took
but
my
it was
kids.
so much fun.
Yeah, I took my kids today. I took them fishing. We outside, no phones. We had a good time. Went fishing, caught some fish, had a blast. But my kids are like, soon as their phones, they see their phone about to die, they freaking out.
That's why I do think this is kind of off topic from president, but we got the greatest generation because we came into the world. The internet was new, but we got to play outside. And then we got the internet, so we got both the best worlds.
I agree with you. I think we
Or
did have the
best
both
of both worlds. Is that the
best of
backwards?
both worlds. Yeah, I agree with you. I think that's right, cause I grew up playing outside, coming home when straight lights come on, drinking out of the hose.
Yeah.
But also we also grew up with Y2K, the internet, things like that, cell phones. We kind of
My
caught
wife
the
has.
beginning of the electronic era.
Yeah, my wife has to teach the kids cursive because they don't teach it no more.
They don't, and that's crazy. They don't, and I've noticed that a couple years ago. Like the kids don't.
And I get it.
They don't teach cursive.
It's not
anymore.
used as much, but you still need to sign your name and
That- Ain't that crazy?
it's wild. Like they might. I mean, I remember we had to like learn how to write out letters and all that. Maybe they ain't got to learn that, but I think they should still learn cursive.
I think cursive. That's kind of a whole different subject. But getting into the school thing, I think a lot of things that they teach in school, and a lot of things us too that we learn in school, doesn't. It needs to be geared different.
I know what you're saying, or I think I
Mathematics
know
and
what you're
English
saying,
and all this stuff.
and I
needs to be
think that
learned,
should be more so
but-
in high school.
But they don't even teach
There should
anymore.
be a life class.
They don't. Yes, they don't teach how to balance a checkbook
Yeah.
anymore. How to? I mean, granted, nobody really writes checks anymore, but they don't teach kids finance. It's just, oh, let me get a job, let me get some credit. Let me go finance, let me go get some. Nobody knows what the fuck credit is until it's fucked up.
Yeah.
Until they jack the credit up.
I remember I turned 18. I think a week or two later, I had a credit card for me. I'm like, what is this? Oh yeah.
Brand
You
new,
know?
brand new truck,
It's like,
motorcycles, all kinds of things. I didn't know what I was doing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? People ain't know what they doing. Brand new
And then they're
things
like,
and just
hey,
doing it.
we need this money. I'm like, whoa, what you mean? You know?
It ain't easy.
No, life is not easy.
Look at us. We filming in a garage right now.
Yo,
You know, like,
hey, you know, maybe we'll do a podcast from the White House one day.
hey, if this dude gets elected one day and he's in the White House, I'm telling y'all, we gonna come to y'all from the Oval Office.
Yes, sir.
From the Oval
Well,
Office.
if you're allowed in there, we'll see. It'll be in the White
My
House.
clearance might not get accepted, but we gonna get in there. Whatever kind of baggies we need to set
So you know
aside.
So you know what? Let's see. What else is a hot topic that they're talking about?
I mean, think about it. There's a lot of everything, right? Dude, think about it, everything. And I know there's a lot of things we kind of don't
I mean-
understand because we're not in the now or in the know for like gasoline, housing. Because you got housing
Rent,
markets through
like-
the
like-
roof right now. And you got a lot of
How can they price gouge
big
rent? Like,
companies
come on.
buying up
And
all
don't
the
get me wrong,
housing
I-
market
I
to
understand, you
raise
know,
the rent.
Raising the rent a little bit each year because you know taxes and everything and maintenance fees and all that. But COVID hit. Oh shit, rent's 600. Oh yeah, we
Yeah.
going it's
But I'm gonna hit you.
2,500
I'm gonna
now.
hit you with a hard one, and it's gonna make you think a little bit.
Okay,
You
okay.
might. I don't know if you got the answer for it. How will you bring that shit down? Like, think about it. Like, really think about it. Like, I know everybody says, oh, I'll bring rent down. I'll bring gas prices. How? It's difficult.
It is because there's a lot of big money players behind scenes and you know just like with these car prices and everything, people are still paying it. So why would they bring it back down?
Because people are paying.
That's what
You're
I'm
right.
saying. So,
Yeah.
but
people paying it.
why should they have to pay that?
I agree.
Like I think,
How you gonna bring it down though?
but see that's just because you're president don't mean you can do anything.
I'm not saying you can't.
Right. But that's what I'm saying. So I would, have to propose something, and hopefully it would work. What I mean, we would have to have. I'm sure they already have these. People would have to appraise this stuff and be like, all right, this is what your rent should be, and that. But then landlords are gonna be pissed off and all that. But at the same time, they were happy with $600, before COVID.
Well, I think that's part of the reason why
But like
rent,
I said,
rent went up. Different housing market went up. Like, I don't know. I'm not in the know and all that stuff like that. So don't hold me to this. But I think once everything started inflating, like gas prices for everything inflated, right?
but it's
Lumber, different things, right?
But lumber's
So,
come down a little bit. But
It
for
has,
most of the
but
things
I
that we
think
need,
that's why it went up. Is because everybody else has survived, right? If I own a house, let's just put it this way: if I own a house, let's say, because think about it, you renting something, somebody owns it,
right?
they have a mortgage on it. Their mortgage, let's just say you rent a house, their mortgage is $2,400 a month, right? And they charge you to rent it $2,400 a month to cover that.
Well, most likely
that
it'll be a little
mortgage.
bit more to make.
But
a
if
little
they're not
bit,
in a
but-
set mortgage rate and that goes up, like let's think, so think about most people that mortgage a house, they're in like a mortgage rate that their taxes and all that shit's incorporated, right?
Right.
So if your taxes in your area that you live go up, your mortgage goes
Right.
up. So of course your lease is going to go up.
Right,
your rent's gonna
but
go
it's
up.
not, and I have to look at the numbers behind. But I'm sure it's not going up 3 times.
No.
And maybe it
no,
is,
no.
and if it
I
is,
agree
you
with
know,
you.
you know.
I think a lot of people are charging more than what it is to actually.
And I get it; they're doing it
Finance
for income, so yeah, there should be a little bit of profit there. But why does it, need to?
I agree. There should, if you renting a house out, there should be some kind of profit. But to the extent like you're
Like
saying,
you said, like it triple.
3
People
times?
tripled it or quadrupled it. Whatever. Like,
there
come
needs
on.
to be a limit set in place.
Yeah.
To where you can, if I own a house and I rent it out, I can't rent it for more than, 1.25 or whatever.
Right.
What it's worth.
Right.
What the mortgage is. Say my mortgage is $2,000 a month. I can't charge somebody over, $2,500
Right.
or whatever.
Right,
you know?
right, but yeah, you should get a little bit off the top, but then say, okay, they've been there 3 years, and then taxes and everything go up, property fee, whatever you want to, maintenance fees. Okay, so now maybe you do like 26, 27, depending on the numbers. Like, okay, they've been there for a while, you have a relationship, but even if you don't have a relationship with them, things go up, I get that, but, oh, yeah, so now rent's gonna be $4,000. Like, whoa, what do you mean? Like, I either gotta pay it or be homeless.
Yeah,
You know?
no, yeah, like you don't have an option, and I think so. Like with all that, right? Because like really think about what we're talking about. It's really about taxes going up.
Everything. But yeah,
What are you gonna like? How like would you lower taxes on stuff?
I
Like,
would
'cause you,
want.
like think about it. Think about it.
Let's be 100%.
pay-
Let's
you
be
pay-
honest and open.
you
I
work-
don't know 100% how everything works, but yeah. So you work, they take taxes. You go to the store, they take taxes. I mean,
You sell something, they take tax on it.
right, and I think if you are, say you want to, for the most
You
part,
buy something, you pay tax on it every year.
for the most
When
part,
you buy, it, you pay the tax, and then every year.
if you
pay
sell
tax.
something here or there, most likely you probably don't claim it. But even say you sell a car for $30,000, like you shouldn't have to pay taxes on that.
Because you already paid the tax.
Right.
You buy a house.
But
When you buy a car, you pay the tax up front.
I get it.
Just put it into your loan.
We need the
when you s-
taxes to help run the country.
But is it really being used to run the country?
Probably not. But that's what I'm saying. I don't.
It's kind of like the tools.
How much honestly do they tell us the truth on all that? So like to honestly get in there,
Crooked as a politician.
you got to get
There's
in
a reason
there.
why they say that.
Exactly. You got to get in there and really see. Okay, that's just like, oh, a casino opens up. Oh, we're gonna put the money back in schools. How much money are you putting back in schools?
Nah, shit.
Exactly. Or, oh, we bought them books. Maybe. I'm just.
Yeah.
And for as much taxes as everybody pays, why ain't shit changing? Why are roads bad? Why are buildings terrible conditions?
Yeah,
Like it's
yeah.
just.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I said, I feel somewhere a point in the line the government was like, we ain't got work for
Okay.
these guys. They
So
work
we
for
gonna
us.
we gonna this one going on for a while, cause we could talk all night about this stuff.
Oh yeah, for
But
sure.
what's one thing we gonna cut this one? What's one thing you want to leave to the people to try to vote for you? What's one thing you would let them know? Like just one phrase or one thing, like, hey, if you want something real, vote for me. Just something like that.
Honestly, I just think even if the only thing I can do is open people's eyes, like I'm just a regular person. Like I work 6 days a week. I got bust ass just to make it. Like I'm not no suit wearing somebody on your TV screen gonna lie to you. Like, and I think that's another thing. I think politicians should have to be more honest with us. But I'm one of y'all. We just trying to survive, and it's like, why is the big man just trying to step on us and keep us down? Like, that's why I said I don't understand why don't they want everybody to be doing good? I think that would be better for the world, like, or the USA. Like,
yeah.
if everybody's, because then you'll have more people out spending money and everything. Like, I don't get it.
I got it. So if you want to vote for Dale, and you want the truth up front,
And there's so many more hot topics we gotta cover.
you heard it here. If you want to hear more hot topics,
Because
heard
I mean,
it
we
here
got
first
police, we got so many things.
on Savage Mondays. Peace.
Please.
Searching for greatness in a sea of the dying and shameless. A sea of the aimless. I don't wanna be one of the nameless.